Greetings to you, my lovely foxy friends. It is I, Suki, and I'm call today. Hello. So, as you know, I am gamer. I play all kinds and all things and on all kinds. I even play on my hand and console. You know, all the good stuff. So, we're in August, and soon the floodgates will open to all the games, both here, far, big and small. But which ones am I looking forward to? So, I thought I'd make this list. So this list is just 10 games out this year, with maybe one exception of a new game that are coming out in the next few months. And you're going to sit there and listen if you want to. It's up to you. Let's go! Let's start the list with the first game, Immortals of Aether. So, magic. Who doesn't like magic? I know I'd like the ability to set things on fire, freeze things in place, cause chaos, just go to town with abracadabras. Well, here comes this game. This game always seems to be Doom, but with magic instead of guns. You control your magician or warrior and just go to town in this very quick first-person shooter magic game. FPMS don't quite have the same tone, does it? But now the trailers look promising, the game looks nice and quick, spells are plenty of firing round, and overall, I'm just excited. Whether it feels good to play is another thing. As long as the spells have that oomph of usage and actually look like they're working, looking at you, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, it promises to be a fun time. I'm mainly wary because this is a first-time project from a first-time studio, I think, and it's published by EA Games, who have a little bit of a track record, but here's hoping. Releases this month. Second game, Sea of Stars. So RPGs I'm a big fan of, as well as pixel art games. One of the better pixel art style games I played is another RPG called Eastward, Stardew Valley, the hard platformer Celeste, and the high kinetic roguelike Dead Cells. So here comes a nice looking pixel RPG. It's got a turn-based gameplay system, which I am a big fan of, has some good music from a very good director. Sign me up. For now, I'm keeping my expectations light and surprises light. I want to be shocked and awed by this lovely looking RPG. Comes out also this August. So, for next month of this video, September, there are loads of games coming out. But for me, my highlight is a weird Dark Souls style game called Lies of P. A Pinocchio style Dark Souls game. Based on the more older story of this wooden puppet, no Disney stuff here, you control the mechanical boy through the ruined town of Krat, plagued by other rogue machine puppets and a strange illness, and only his master Geppetto seemingly can solve it. I played the demo, and it reminds me of Bloodborne, which is good. Lies of P has interesting new enemy designs, a satisfying sense of combat, and good world building. The one worry is the game, at least in the demo, more focused on blocking, which I'm not the biggest fan of, since you are encouraged to move out of the way. But the developer had promised to fix it, so I'm excited. Out mid-September on most platforms. Next on the list is Super Mario RPG Remake. I thought I did pretty good there. So I know of the game, but never played it. I'm not an N64 fan, I grew up the PlayStation, baby. So hearing this I thought, let's go. Gives me the best chance to play it. So this modern version, even co-done by Square Enix, I think, seems to retain everything good about the game. The game comes naturally with new characters, not even seen since they were done, with traditional Final Fantasy style gameplay, and some good music. I've heard tons of good things about this game, and me adore RPGs, and I have the unique advantage of playing the original, so I'm not going with, oh, this was like the original thing, this was like the original thing, this was like the original thing. It won't take me 5 years to complete it. Released in October. Staying on Mario, we are into our fifth game, Super Mario Wonder! Woohoo! A completely brand new Mario game since the Wii version. I am not counting the Wii U, but exactly the same as the last one, save a squirrel note. That is literally it. And jeez, it looks good. It has a whole new, hand-drawn animation level to it. There are brand new stages. Almost like a strange distorted dimension where the world looks horrible to anyone drunk or high. It has 4-player co-op, a playable Yoshi, and a playable Daisy. Daisy, a one-time damsel, and usually only a party character, is playable for the first time in a main game. It's new, it's fresh, has some good music in a cappella from the trailer, and an elephant. So pack your trunks, lol, and let's go! Out in the same month of October as Super Mario RPG. Next to the next game, and this one is pretty much the runner-up for the game I am most excited for. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Marvel's Spider-Man was the hero game we never expected, both not from the Ratchet & Clank developer Insomniac Games, but to be so damn good. This might arguably be one of the most well-done media tie-ins ever made for video games. The feeling of flows of web sling, the fluid of combat to and fro, the set pieces, and even the story and voice performances. I think it was unlike the stealth sections which really let it down a little. And I mean a little. So here comes a sequel with both Spider-Man, Peter Parker and Miles Morales, the symbiote suit giving Peter Parker new powers, and Venom, the big purple black coloured beefcake of Venom. So sign me up and take all my money. All of it! On to number 7. So as an RPG fan, one of my favourite games ever made is Persona 5 Royal. So when I heard of a spin-off, I immediately perked up, introducing Persona 5 Tactica. Using what seems to be the graphic style of Persona Q, only the characters are a little more stretched out, I guess, set in an entirely new world, where it's stuck in this fantasy feudal-like war. Featuring a new grid-based strategy system, it definitely gives an entirely different vibe than its previous adventures. Why they went with the chibi style, I don't quite get. Whether the game holds up in this new gameplay system, we'll have to see. But Atlas have a good knack for polishing the Persona gameplay to a fine, beautiful sheen. Here's hoping it turns out good, released this November. On to game number 8, Star Ocean: The Second Story. So growing up, I did have a PSP with a good range of games from the City of Final Fantasy, Persona 3, Dexter, and Star Ocean Second Evolution. This was more of an updated re-release of the original PS1 game. It was given voice acting, some anime cutscenes, and I think a general more smoother experience. This remake of the re-release, or remake of a remake, is using the gorgeous 2.5 HD engine used for Octopath Traveler and Triangle Strategy, and it looks lovely to look at and travel through. The game was already fun, so now only with this new graphic system, some touching up, colour me excited for this remake of a remake, question mark, oh well. So before the final one, this one is not quite a new game per se, but I'm still excited nonetheless. So let's replay the surprising new and good RPG of all things in Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. A very fun game with a lot of strategy and some good sense of flow. When its free DLCs got announced, they were like months down the line. A challenge mode, a story DLC, and a third one, Rayman. After more than a decade of complete absence, the limbless wonder is back with the Rabbids that nearly killed him in the first place. What can you do? Joined by Rabbid, Mario and Peach, the trio must fight together in this stage show of sorts, or an opera led by the previous boss of the game one, the Phantom Rabbid. If anything, I'm just more excited to be seeing Rayman playable again, since I think Ubisoft kind of forgets him. And more Sparks of Hope is good. So since I promised myself I returned to the game when the DLCs came out, expect maybe streaming Sparks of Hope DLC stuff September time. Quick honorable mention. This one's not out this year, but I'm still excited for it nonetheless. And that is the remake of Persona 3 Reload. Persona 3, to be fair, especially needed a remake. It's quite old, the story's kind of a bit too tough, and there are certain aspects of it which are quite archaic. So I'm keeping my excitement low because it's not out for a while, but for now the trailer looks promising. Scheduled for early next year. Now onto the game I know I am the most excited for, and it's with the Blue Blur and Sonic Superstars. An entirely new HD 2D Sonic, no pixel art retro graphics, but nice modern 2D goodness. An entirely new adventure Sonic, Tails, Knuckles and Amy, the classic versions anyway, run, spin and jump in a whole new adventure that harkens back to the amazing joy of the older games. The game looks good, there are new powers surprising the Chaos Emeralds, such as swinging on rings, rising in water and summoning clones. There's actually drop-in local co-op, and 4-player co-op, let the mayhem ensue. And we'll even get to see Nat the Weasel in the modern classic style too. The team making it are taking cues from Sonic Mania. As long as it plays good, it's fun to play, has music, good music, doesn't have any stupid gimmicks that don't work. Looking at you, Riser Lyric. We're looking at a winner.
And with that, my exciting list comes to a close. All mini games and so much more. Other little games I'm excited for, I guess, is Bear and Breakfast, coming physically in September, and White Neon, is it? Neon White, sorry, which is out September as well physically. Are there any games out in the next few months you're excited for? Tell me in the comments below. Otherwise, yeah, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed what you saw, please feel free to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any good videos from me. And as I say, I am a regular streamer. I stream 4 times a week on Twitch. My links are below. Until next time, my friends, good day to you all.